Well, hello there and welcome. How is everybody? So, let me move that back out of the way. Yes, this is going to be my update video on my Dexcom G6. It has been 10, today is day 10. And it ends at, I just had it up, at like 8 o'clock tonight. So what I thought I would do is make the video of me taking off the sensor so that you guys could see that. And I could tell you a little bit about how it worked for me and how it held up. So first things first, let me show you. This is my reading right now. Sorry that it has a hard time adjusting. So I'm at 128 and you see, that wasn't supposed to happen. There we go. And you see the little arrow right here is going straight down. That means I'm dropping pretty continuously, pretty quickly, but it's not a dire situation. I haven't eaten dinner yet, so that's definitely part of that. So what I want to show you is if you go into the menu, right here you'll see it says settings. So we're going to tap on that. And then right here, I can go in and change the date and time if I need to. I can look at the receiver info and the sensor info and the transmitter info. So when I tap on sensor info, thank you, Polly, it tells me when it was started and when it expires. Very cool, right? So that's super cool. So let me tell you guys a little bit about what I think about the Dexcom 6. This is my first experience with it. And I like it. I like it a lot. I think it works better than the Freestyle Libre. You don't have to scan. It automatically picks it up. So there's no scanning. All I have to do is push the button if I want to see what's going on. I wouldn't say that it's more or less comfortable. It's sort of about the same. It was fine to sleep on. The past couple of nights, I started to really feel it. So I don't know if I was just in a different position and I was able to feel laying on it. But I didn't have any problems with it. I didn't, even though it's a little bit higher raised than the Freestyle Libre. The Freestyle Libre is flatter. But it didn't bother me. Yeah, I mean, I didn't really have any problems. Now, I don't know if you can see this, but see right there that the tape is lifting, and it's lifting on this side as well a little bit. Not really on this side, and not so much on the top, but it is lifting a little. It only started lifting within the past 2 days. Now, in the summertime, that's going to be an issue. Because with the heat and the humidity and stuff. So I'm going to have to use Skin Tack, which is you can get it in a wipe, and you wipe it on your arm after the alcohol, and it's like a sticky substance, and then you put the thing on after it dries, the sensor, and it stays. It helps tack it to your skin, basically. And there's also there's patches, so you can essentially put like a huge Band-Aid over it, and they have cutouts so that it doesn't stick to this. So it would go over this adhesive and overlap to the skin and kind of help hold things on. And a lot of people use both, the Skin Tack and the patches. So we'll see what happens when it gets hotter. And we'll see what happens if, the next one maybe starts to peel up before day 8, We'll see what happens, but you can see it's peeling up, but it stayed the whole time. So I am getting ready to take this off, and I wanted to show that to you guys. Sorry, I had to drink my coffee. It's actually coffee with hot chocolate in it. I love it. So yeah, I'm going to show this to you guys, and in a little bit, I may come back and show you guys putting on another one. I might put it on this arm, or I might just stay with the same arm. You're supposed to switch, and I usually do, but I've been having some issues with this arm, some like tendon issues, and I'm not so sure that I want to, because I usually put Icy Hot on this arm. I'm not so sure that I want to put it over here, so I'll just have to decide after my shower, see what I'm thinking I might do. So I may show you putting on another sensor, or I might just show it after it's on and, you know, kind of sign off at that point. But, yeah, so let's get to it. Let's show you guys how we do this. Let me move you in a little bit here. And yes, I wore a tank so that this would be easier instead of pulling up a shirt. So here we go. So I'm just going to take what's already peeled up. If it wasn't, then I would just peel it myself. But I'm going to start from the bottom. You can start from anywhere. I'm going to start from the bottom. Peel, peel, peel. Done. I mean, it's as easy as that. Okay, so this is the little doodad right here. Let's see, sorry. It's very difficult to see, but it's this little, it's just like plastic, kind of. This little thing, see it? That just slides under the skin a little tiny bit. And it doesn't hurt. I mean, I can mess with it all I want. Let's see. So yeah, the stickiness, and maybe it's just because it's this type of, it's like the clothy ones. There's hardly any stickiness left to it. So, and I did shower with it. Well, maybe not obvious to you, but yes, I took showers with it. You can do that. You can swim with it. Same thing with any of those. And I don't know. Let's move this in a little bit so you guys can see. It did not leave like a crazy amount of residue on my arm. The Libre used to leave a little bit more residue, but this is pretty clean, I would say. So I may just wind up putting it right around that same area. Maybe I'll just like move it down a smidge and back a little bit and maybe do it there. We'll see what happens. I have to see what I'm comfortable with. All right, I'm moving you back now. Okay, so now that we've got this, now we need to release the transmitter because we're going to need this transmitter when we put in the next sensor. So I am going to see if I can. Okay, so right here, this end, this larger end, you pull it down. I don't know if, yeah, you guys can see that. See? And it just, so it basically releases this way. See that? All released. And then I just slide that bad boy out of there. Bam. There's my transmitter. And then this is the, so this was it. This was the sensor. And of course I showed you that it is really hard to see that little, I don't even know how to describe it. It's almost like a very thin, like cat whiskers, I guess. I mean, but it's, yeah, it just slides under the skin and it, monitors your fluids, not your blood, but your fluids, and your fluids are a little bit behind what your blood sugar level is. So, so if you were to take a finger stick and read this at the same time, the numbers should be a little bit off, but the blood will show you where you're headed. So it might be exactly the same. So when that arrow in that little circle on here, not that one, on the receiver, when that little arrow is pointing straight out, like when it's level, you should essentially get the same numbers. So yeah, I mean, it's really amazing. My numbers have been amazing the past 10 days with this thing, like because it beeps. It has beeped when I've been low. It's beeped when I've gone high. So like I'm paying closer attention, which is great. I will say I'm a little tired of looking at it. But in order to best decide, you know, how much should I eat, I really do need to look at the numbers. So, okay, I am going to put this in a safe place. You know what? I'm going to put it right in the box with my sensor, because I know that I'm going to need the transmitter, and I'll have to be getting the sensor out to put in later. I'm sure that was attractive. Look at all washed out. Okay. So, okay, that's going to do it for right now. I'm going to go throw this away. I can't really think of anything else to tell you guys about it. I mean, there isn't a whole lot to really tell. It's an amazing little thing. So, and in my vlogs, in my regular vlogs, I'll try to remember, to show you guys, you know, like where my sugar's at and stuff like that. Not all the time, obviously, you know, like I might show you guys once in a while, like, oh, here's what I'm reading right now or whatever. And by the way, the Dexcom G6 is a fantastic little tool. So, okay, I will be back probably in a couple of hours after I take a shower and put on my next sensor. Like I said, I might show you guys that. Might not. Probably more than likely I will, though, in case this is the first video that you're seeing from me and you're interested to see that. I also have one more video when I unboxed the Dexcom for the first time and put on my very first Dexcom sensor. So that might be of interest to you, and you can find that right here on my Spencer's Ventures channel. Okay, sorry. The any leftover adhesive always like bothers me. Like I have to like rub it off and stuff. I'm gonna go get a shower. Like it's gonna wash off. But okay, guys, I'm gonna be back in a little bit, and I'll show you the new sensor. And I'm back. So I did not put my Dexcom on. I figured I would do that. Go ahead and do it in the video. As you can see, I'm just getting out of the shower. So, okay, my receiver, I am going to need alcohol swab. So we're going to get that out. I should have gotten it out already, but I didn't. So we need that. And so one thing I want to say, so far, the only drawback that I see to this system in comparison to the Freestyle Libre is that this one is larger. On the arm, it sits up higher. But it really wasn't an issue. It just wasn't. So, okay, let's get this baby started. I guess I should do the arm first. So yeah, I have to say, like, I think I said it earlier that I did decide that I will put it on this arm. My sugars have been really, really good. And I don't know if I'm just more, maybe because it's new, I'm paying attention more. And the fact that it does alert you about 20 minutes before you're going to go too low, it just starts beeping. So that has actually been a lifesaver for me. It tells you you're going to be critically low in 20 minutes. And I'm like, oh, okay, thank you. So then I just go get a little something. Typically I'll start out with something sugary to try to get it leveled out a little bit, and then maybe make a sandwich or something. But yeah, definitely you want to get some carbs in there if you're low. I mean, look, I'm no doctor. I'm not a nutritionist, but this is what I do. You definitely need, because the sugar will bring you up for a little bit, but then it starts to go back down again because it was just sugar. It's the carbs that keep you sustained. So, And it will also be carbs that keep you sustained at those higher sugars too. So it's a learning process. It's a balancing act. And it's taken me a long time to A, to really care, and B, to really kind of understand how my body reacts. But once you know those things, once you really start caring about it too, it gets easier. It's a lot of work. It's a ton of work, but it does get easier. And these devices are fantastic for this. Like, I just love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so I am good to go here. And I think I'll try to turn for you guys. All right, so peel these off. Okay. And this one we have to keep because it has the number on it, because we're going to need that. And I'm going to go right there with it so you guys can see where I'm at there. But I need to kind of move my arm a smidge. And I'm just kind of pressing it down right now. I have not actually put it in. And then we have to break off that tab there. And then, wow, I don't know if I can apply this with my left hand. I think I can. All right, 1, 2, 3. Holy cow, that one I felt. Okay. I did feel a sting on that one. That was a little crazy. Okay, so the sensor is in, and it's funny because even with the Libre, I would always feel more of a sting on this arm than this arm. This arm, I hardly ever felt anything going in. This one, I feel more of a sting, so I don't know if it's because I've been having some tendon issues in my arm, and maybe it's just aggravated. Sorry, I've got a piece of dead skin on my finger. It's driving me crazy. Okay, so receiver, we're going to turn that on real quick. Okay, so it wants me to start a new sensor. Come on. All right, so we're going to, there you go, new sensor. Bam. Okay, now I have to unlock it. Okay, enter code. So here you get this screen, enter code. So I'm going to tap on that. And then we're going to do that. Tap over to the next one. Nope, go this way. Tap over the next one. And the next one. All right, I got my numbers in, and I'm going to tap save. And 5, okay, that number is correct, so I'm going to say yes. And we are successful. So the next thing is the transmitter. So, yeah, I don't know. So you put the small piece in first, you slide it down, and then you just push this in. Push. There it goes. It clicked. I got my 2 clicks. This feels like it is staying. So we're going to tap Start Sensor. And it says it's starting, and it should tell me that it's going to take 2 hours. Yes, 2 hour warm up. So there we go. And I am going to save that number just in case. Let's get rid of this one. All right, so that is trash. The applicator is trash. I'm going to slide that back in there. close this up. So I don't really know that there's much else I can tell you guys about it. But if you have questions, maybe something that I didn't answer or something that I didn't answer in the last one, or if this is the only video you saw that I've done, feel free to ask. You know, and if I can answer it, I most certainly will. Go ahead and leave me a comment. And I think with all of that said and done, I think that's going to do it. If you are new to the channel, if you're just finding me now, go ahead and subscribe. Check out some of our other content. And hit the notification bell so that you're notified when we upload. We do try to upload on the channel a minimum of once a week. It's almost always twice a week though. So, yeah, and every now and again, it's 3 times a week. So, but yeah, so subscribe to us for more. Feel free to leave me some comments, ask some questions, and that's going to do it. So we are Spencer's Ventures, and we're going to see you in the next one. We're out of here. Bye.